Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. To throw, Kaepernick. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, this defense for the Cowboys much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott from the gun. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Now, without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons. And even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Big completion there on 3rd and short keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
First and goal from the 6.
Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To the air again, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Kaepernick now on 1st down.
He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And with flags down, he's up near the 40. But it looks like this one might be coming back. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Oh, Cooper with a nice grab.
And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Derek Barnett showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On play action, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be...
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
Neville Gallimore, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again. We're going to look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Kaepernick.
Quick slant here to Smith.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Kaepernick. And Sanders has got it complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Dorsett's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
And it didn't take long for the Philadelphia fans to close their eyes. Remember 2020 when this unit gave up 65 sacks, the most in the NFL. And that was 15 more than a couple of teams tied for 2nd place in the league.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Neville Gallimore able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10. Prescott, space to run past the 20. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Caught on a slant.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point try by Bailey. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, fighting off the defender. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Ryan Tannehill, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Jerry Jeudy, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Deshaun Watson, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First down, Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher...
Sanders has it poked free, and the Cowboys have recovered. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect 2nd half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Looking to throw. Prescott. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No.
It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. Forced the fumble last time. Up on the scoreboard. Things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Kaepernick. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Sanders is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick.
And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Kaepernick going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he goes out right around the 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
42 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd down and 3.
Now Kaepernick. It's caught by Sanders. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. To throw, Kaepernick. Complete to Dorsett. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a dump off here complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Prescott on 1st down. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Prescott from the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Cooper again the target, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Pardon?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
To throw is Prescott.
Well, that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him, and now it's third down.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will swell the lead to 16.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
8 yards to go on second down.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Philip Dorsett, 73 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on Nick.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the draw, it's Pollard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. They It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cowboys on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Dorsett making the catch. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Philip Dorsett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
Kaepernick looking to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This is Tony Pollard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Prescott off play action. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A 1st down throw for Prescott.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Prescott's throw taken in by Jarwin.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Prescott.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And some room to work. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give here to Pollard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
86 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments. But kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.